Welcome everyone. We're ready to get started in just a few minutes. You might make your way over and please grab some seats. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Come on over and grab a seat. Make your way. Everybody, if you get over and grab a seat, we will start it as soon as we get everybody settled down. We're glad you're here. Don't be shy. Come on over, folks. Come on over, guys. Grab a chair. We got plenty of room. We're going to go ahead and get started. Those of you still standing, please come and join us and grab a comfortable seat here in the sun. My name is Mark Arstein. I'm Vice President of Institutional Advancement here at CWI. And wow, this is a historic day for the college, for the community, for the city of Boise, and for this region. And thank you all for coming out. And one thing, you're going to hear from a lot of important stakeholders that help make this happen, and keep in mind in all of the aspect, the pillars of CWI will be accomplished here at the Boise Center, which means we are creating increased capacity for students. We are doing it in a very affordable way that leads to jobs and serves the economy of the Treasure Valley. So it is a historic day. It's a long time in coming, as many of you have pointed out to me in conversations leading up to this. I want to acknowledge a couple people. I want to acknowledge Bill Eilert and Gary Michael, who've been longtime supporters of this. Right there in the second row. I also want to acknowledge the key component of this. We're a $138 million campaign. And a lot of people in the community are serving as our liaisons and supporting us. But central to that is our CWI Foundation Board. Mike Pena is our chair. And if you are a Foundation Board member, raise your hand and let's acknowledge our Foundation Board as well. So I'm going to turn the mic over to an important partner of ours for a long time in many ways, and is really helping us to see this vision and this dream come true. Tommy Alquist. Tommy?
Boy, it's great to be here. Someone asked me earlier, how many hours go into something like this before you can have a day like this? I know there's a lot of work to be done, but it's thousands of hours, and a lot of people dedicate so much time and effort and energy and passion to something like this. And so I get the chance to tell them all thank you. And I always forget someone, so please forgive me in advance, but there's just a lot of people to thank on this. I want to start by thanking CWI. It is a tremendous story that, Gary, I'm looking down at you, but if you think through where this thing began not that long ago and what it's grown to, and you look at the steady leadership that's been there by the community and so many people involved, and then if ever in your life you were going to throw some gasoline on a fire and really make something happen, you hire Gordon Jones to be your president. And with the board he has and with his leadership, this marks the first building in Ada County. This will be a significant building. But more importantly, the families in Idaho, how we keep our kids here, how we provide affordable education for them. And he is the most innovative, creative, driven dude. And today is a celebration of a lot of work done, and more importantly, what's going to happen in the future. And we're just thrilled to be part of it. I want to thank his team. I don't know if Craig Brown's here, but it started with him. We outlasted him, and he went into retirement. Thank heavens Nick has not retired yet, but Nick Miller, every day in the trenches with us. The board of directors, thank you so much for your trust in the process and going through what we've gone through to be here. You're going to hear from Molly in a bit here. ESI has been our partner for a long time on a lot of projects. You'll hear in a minute from Joe, but I want to thank Joe and Corey for their tremendous leadership, the way they go about their business. They're true pros, and we love doing projects like this with them. The harder the project, the better it is with Joe. We've done a lot of hard ones together, Joe. And this one here is going to be great as well. I want to thank Hummel Architects, who will be the architect on the CWI building. Put a tremendous amount of work into this to make it a reality. Kimley Horns, our civil engineer. Jeff Wardle, I don't know if he's here, but he's our longtime attorney. And these documents get complicated, and we couldn't do anything we do without Jeff. Paradigm is the owner's rep. Ken and Jonathan, thank you so much for your effort and energy that's been put into this. The city of Boise. I just told the mayor, we were just at our topping off on the other end of town, and now this is the CWI River District. It kind of bookends this city that is changing rapidly. But we could not do it without steady, tremendous leadership from our city council. I know there's a couple of them here today, and Mayor McLean. Thank you so much for all you do. You only have to go travel to any other city around the country and realize how fortunate you are to be right back here in Boise. ACHD, we love working with them, and Ada County Commissioner Beck is here, thank you. And then our site architect is AO Architects, and they have done a tremendous job. This project, we have not taken it lightly. It engages the river, and so you need to be very mindful of that and make sure that the river connection is something special, and they really are focusing their time and attention on that. We have a few announcements to make today. We will be building and owning 215 apartments here, and that construction will start also in about 6 months. There's a Residence Inn, a Hilton Residence Inn, that will be owned by the Raymond Group. Raymond Group already owns hotels in downtown Boise, and they're represented here today. We want to thank them for what they're going to provide here. It'll be a 125-room hotel right on the river. We'll have a 640 stall parking garage that construction will start on very soon that has 20,000 square feet of retail. We're already talking with several restaurants and other retailers to be right down here on the river. And then Dr. Molly Brown is going to open a wellness clinic right on the river. She's out of Sun Valley. We're very excited to announce her involvement in the project and what that will bring. In closing, I just want to say, it's funny, I just finished a book for the second time last Thursday, and it's Undaunted Courage by Stephen Ambrose. And it tells the story of the Westward Movement and the Lewis and Clark Trail. If you haven't read it, it's a tremendous book. But that undaunted courage, I think that heritage of doing hard things together really strikes home to me every time I read that book. That as Americans, we live in the greatest country on the history of the planet, and we live in the greatest state, and together we can do great things. This is a great thing. We're going to watch this come out of the ground, and we are so excited to be part of it and to be working with CWI. I dropped my sheet that tells me who's speaking next. I know it's Joe. Our speakers will go in this order, and then we'll break some ground. First, Joe Jackson from ESI. Then our fearless leader, Bobby Joe Muehlman from the Boise Metro Chamber of Commerce. President Gordon Jones, Molly Lenti, a CWI Board of Trustee, Lieutenant Governor Scott Bedke, I didn't mention you in my opening remarks. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. And then Mayor McLean will back clean up. We'll start with Joe.
Good morning. I was looking back at my files to see when we first started talking about this project, and it reminded me it started with a call from Tommy. When Tommy Alquist calls and says, "Hey, I've got a great idea, and are you in?" At that point, you're not sure whether he wants to build Idaho's tallest building again, or revitalize a couple of massive old casino blocks in downtown Reno, or maybe build a bus terminal under Main Street in downtown Boise. The only thing you're sure about at that point is the answer is yes, we're in. I mean, you're not going to miss out on whatever this might be. Quite likely a transformation of the next critical corner of our community. And this is a great example of that. Anchored by CWI, it's sure to be a catalyst for development in the west edge of downtown Boise. And for ESI, we also viewed it as a great opportunity to continue our support for CWI. We've been working for the last few years designing and building projects on the Nampa campus. Our employees working on those projects could talk for hours about how much they enjoy working with the collaborative CWI team. And we've had the same experience thus far on the Boise project. We greatly appreciate the chance to do our small part to enhance CWI's ability to continue producing talent for the workforce, now with a footprint in Boise. Over the last couple of years, I'm proud of the work the ESI team has contributed to the planning of this Boise campus, and appreciate the hard work by Hummel Architects, Axiom, PV Engineering, Paradigm, Kimley Horn as well. Together, we did our part to help find a design that met all of the project's objectives while adhering to a budget. Not easy to do these days. Having said that, a lot of the credit really belongs to the Alquist team and the CWI team for their diligence and creativity to make sure this whole thing worked, so that we would ultimately be here today. Having now said all of that, while the last 2 years plus of estimating and scheduling and Zoom calls and meetings were a ton of fun, as a contractor, we're excited to finally be able to do what we do best. And I'm looking forward to Mayor McLean's update on where our permit's at when she gets up here. Thank you, Tommy, Ryan, Corey, and the rest of the Alquist team for selecting ESI to be your construction partner. Thank you to Nick, Gordon, and CWI's Board of Trustees for trusting our team of Idaho companies with this public-private partnership that we hope becomes a model for projects in the future. Thanks, everybody.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you, Tommy and Gordon, for allowing me to be here today. It's exciting to stand here to celebrate this great accomplishment with so many of our great Boise Metro Chamber partners. It's our people that make this community what it is, and in order to continue to keep growing and being successful in this community, we need to invest in them, and that's exactly what this facility is going to do. I'm excited for the capabilities this is going to allow our business community to continue to grow that talent pipeline. I think what makes Idaho and this valley so special is the unique partnerships that come together to make these things happen. We have a business community that truly does care about the community and our state, and I'm really grateful to be part of it, and I just want to say congratulations to everyone, and I can't wait to see what this facility brings. I now get to turn it over to the man of the hour.
Thank you, Bobby Joe. To everybody here, this is a group, I know each of you has a connection to this project, to this school. I want to first and foremost thank everyone who is here, because you are a part of why this vision is going to take light and move forward. I do also, though, want to lend my voice and thank our elected officials who are here. We have state level, county, local, as well as our Board of Trustees, who have committed themselves to the support of CWI and our higher education institutions overall. The reason I say this also is because CWI, we are a public community college. Without your support, without your willingness to vision alongside campus-based leadership, our ability to serve our residents, serve our employers, would not be possible. CWI, we're going into our 16th year of academic programs, and we're over 31,000 individuals this past year took advantage of CWI, had us in mind to help them reach their goals using education. It could be a course, it could be a certificate, it could be a technical degree, it could be a transfer degree. But in either case, that scale reflects both interest in the community, understanding that CWI is the most affordable institution, faculty committed to your goals, which for so many students, empowerment means employment, and also the idea that we're super proud at CWI. We talk about our 100% acceptance rate, not the percentage that we find don't have a place at CWI. And that's a part of that access that I think makes public education earn its name. And this milestone, 10 years in the making, the reason I share those statistics is because for many people there's a build it and they will come mindset. And yet here, we already have the people. It's about building the facilities, the teaching spaces that can allow us to meet current and growth demand that is already here. I remind people that while we're the second youngest higher ed institution in the state, we're actually the one that has lacked a full campus. And so this isn't about expanding, this is about establishing the campus. And as a community college, we are supported by taxpayers in both Ada and Kenyon County, and that presence that this site represents is going to be critical. And I want to, obviously a number of people have already been thanked, but I would just comment that this is 10 years in the making. This property was acquired by CWI in 2015. And like any good visionary, a lot of criticism at the time, and now that person looks brilliant. And that is a real kudos to the team, and I know we'll share more about that in a moment. This location is going to serve as a hub. It's going to serve as a hub for high demand programs that cut across our growing industries here in Idaho, related to technologies from IT and cybersecurity to business and community programs that help folks get into the workforce, whether that be through English as a second language or one of these technical programs. But they're designed in modern classroom spaces, and they're meant for our student needs to be met in support of our workforce. We have employers here, not least of which Micron, as they've continued to expand, and thank you, April and Jeff, for being here and your continued support for our school. We also take that seriously about how we can help introduce the Idahoans in higher ed to the great job opportunities that are reflected in employers like Micron and others who are here today. The other key partner in this is our launch program. Idaho and Lieutenant Governor Bedke, thank you for your support, and Governor Little. You can acquire, I don't want to feel like I'm selling people on CWI, but obviously I'm a proponent of it. You can end up, if you're a graduating high school senior, with an AA degree from CWI for about $1,600 total. That is unbeatable affordability in an era where people are looking for affordability, ways to make their budgets meet. And Launch allows that to happen, and it allows individuals to step into meaningful career-oriented employment. And this site is going to be one of these hubs. And it's really important, I wanted to bring out in that thank you for Launch. As I mentioned, this is about long-term commitment. CWI's desire to serve effectively half the state's population, the 11 counties that make up Southwest Idaho, are specifically Ada and Canyon being the two. Now I have no notes, so you're really going to hear what I prepared for. But ultimately, that commitment to being in service to this community and establishing this as a hub. I know I mentioned it before, but thank you, Bill and Gary, early visionaries, both in the formation of CWI, but also the investment in this site right here. I want to thank our other employers and others who are here today. But in the end, the main message is this is a school that's on the move. We want to be seeing around corners, and I think these actions like this site is going to allow us to be a place where I've said this repeatedly from a podium, not always, but we want to be a place that makes your grandchildren and mine proud of the moves that we made today. And we're happy if Grandma and Grandpa think it was a good move too. But ultimately, it's about seeing the vitality and matching the growth in serving this community. And CWI wants to do its part with 31,000 more on the way to 50 than we are to be shrinking. So thank you for your support. And with that, I'd like to invite up our member of the Board of Trustees, Molly Lenti, to share some next remarks.
Thanks, Gordon. Seems like everyone is losing their notes up here, so I'm going to grip these pretty good. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to extend our gratitude for all the work that went into the visioning process that paved the way to the vision on how to best leverage this incredible property. People may remember internal and external surveys, focus groups, and an in-depth strategic overview of current as well as future programmatic needs. Much of this work was led by former Executive Vice President Craig Brown, and I can remember walls of his office and filing cabinets full of blueprints and pages of schematics across all of the college's real property. Grateful for Nick Miller for now picking up and carrying that baton and overseeing all of our projects coming to life. I would be remiss if I didn't also recognize the trustees who served on the board during the original decision to purchase this property. Gordon mentioned that. It was a decision at the time that fell under tough scrutiny. However, their vision for the future and bold leadership brought us to today's celebration. I want to thank both Guy Hurlbut and Mark Dunham, go Otters, Mark, who are here with us today. Lastly, I also want to recognize Mike Kenya, chair of the CWI Foundation, for his leadership. On behalf of the foundation, as well as serving on just about every time we come knocking at the door and say we need somebody to serve on a committee. So thank you, Mike. I can remember sitting alongside Mike as well as Trustee Buckner Webb as we reviewed all of the design build proposals. It was a unanimous decision by the committee and the Board of Trustees to select this incredible team led by Tommy and Alquist Development, and now constructed by ESI. We are so grateful for this partnership. I'm excited to see the River District take shape and welcome faculty, staff, and ultimately the students that will fill its classrooms. I want to do just a little recognition. I know we've got Board Chair Jim Reams, Vice Chair Nicole Bradshaw, and I'd mentioned Trustee Cherie Buckner Webb all here with us today. Thank you for your leadership in serving the board, but also shared excitement for what this project is going to become. And now I have the esteemed honor to welcome up Lieutenant Governor Bedke.
I couldn't help, as I'm sitting here, trying to look into the future 10 years and what this campus will look like here, bookending the development downtown, the other commercial development that has been described, and what I saw through my mind's eye was pretty cool, as we would say. You know, Idaho has always been defined by that little phrase that's on that tent right there: challenge accepted. And I think that that's a great mantra for ESI, but I think that that's how it's been for Idaho since day one. It's never been easy, it's always been challenging, and we have always been up to the challenge. So I commend the forethought of the board starting in the years leading up to the purchase in 2015. These are individuals that can see into the future and that have our state's best interest at heart. I would be remiss if I didn't pause and we've got a really good president right here. Gordon is one of those rare personalities that gets along well in the Idaho legislature. And they have bought into his vision of vibrant community colleges. You know, the enrollment in Idaho's community colleges is up 13%, where the rest of the United States, their enrollment in higher ed is lagging. And we invest in our kids here. We've been very prosperous. We've taken that money and done exactly what we do at home. We invest in ourselves. And that's what we've done with the launch program. That will open doors for our kids and grandkids well into the future and keep Idaho on the very positive trajectory that it is right now. Elected officials always like to show up on events like this and take credit, and this is not ours. This credit is not ours to take. I take my hat off to the hard work that goes into these types of projects. They are not easy to pull off. I'll be interested in Mayor McLean's answer on the permitting stuff as well. And but we can do this. Challenge accepted. And Idaho will always be a great place to live, to work, and to raise a family when we remember that. It's not easy. Nothing in life, nothing that is worthwhile is easy, but we're up to the challenge. Thank you. It is my pleasure to hand the mic over now to Boise's Mayor, Lauren McLean. Lauren?
Well, hello everybody, Lieutenant Governor. I've got a great team of people here that would be happy to talk with you, Joe and others, about our permits and the amount of time we've dropped in some permits, the feedback I've gotten from many of you on the things we ought to improve, because we're always looking for ways to improve. Happy to hear it. Andrea and Sean are here, you can talk to me too. But we are so excited about this project and very, very honored not only to be here today to help celebrate the groundbreaking, but to have been in conversations all along. I want to give a shout out to our city council members that are here. We've got 3 of our city council members that are here that have joined the celebration. See the county commissioners here as well. Chairman Beck, I think I saw. This is a project that not only will benefit the city of Boise, but the county and the region. And I hear so often from businesses that it is housing and transportation that are the constraints that we have when we think about long-term how we can continue to grow this economy and ensure that there's opportunity for our kids and grandkids. And the other piece of that is workforce development, so that we can feed those jobs that then create great, vibrant opportunities for our kids and grandkids and continue to keep this city the special, special place that she is. And this project is all of those things. It's education, which is so key, in partnership with businesses to address the needs that we have today, and I'm excited that we'll have computer science, cybersecurity, other things like that happening right here on this campus in Boise. But it's housing, as Tommy said, hundreds of homes. That's where jobs go to sleep at night. And most importantly, it's where residents that make lives here build their own lives. And I'm so excited they'll be right on the Greenbelt, able to enjoy all the things that we have to offer, but at the same time be right here on campus, studying and creating opportunity for themselves, and then meeting the needs of our business communities in a thriving, growing economy. There's all those things. And for that reason, it's an honor to be part of it. We're working on the permits, promise. I want to call out CCDC, our Urban Renewal District. You know, we can't do all of this in partnership without solid urban renewal districts. And this is an important bookend to this district. They're a partner that will help invest in this project. This great public-private partnership will also have investment and partnership from urban renewal right here in Boise. So congratulations to everybody that's been a part of this, from Bill and Gary, who would like to talk to me about this for years every time I saw them, to the original folks that made it possible for us to have a community college, worked hard on the ballot to pass this thing so we could educate our kids, and our adults that want to repurpose their own careers, to all of you that have been a part of this planning. So excited to celebrate today, but even more excited to come back when there are homes and classrooms and a hotel right against the river, and we can really celebrate this grand vision that's been brought together by so many people. So thank you all very much, and congratulations.
So I did forget somebody. How'd you like to wake up every morning and work your ass off every day and have me forget you? My entire team. So can you stand up, all the Alquist folks that are here, my partners, they're work nonstop. Stand up, don't be shy. I love you, thank you for all you do. Couldn't do it without you, and I really, really appreciate you. Especially Ryan Cleverly, and I think Ryan and Nick have put in that 10,000 hour rule. They put 10,000 hours in just on this project. So Ryan Cleverly, thank you very much. Okay, thank you for being here. Well, we really, really appreciate you, all of you that are here. What a great community event and feeling that community spirit. We will end with the shovel line. If you've been invited, your name is on the back of your helmet there. Please come up. We'll have a couple photo ops and then join us for lunch afterwards. Again, thank you so much for being here today.
I was gonna say, we could barely see another week.
Gary! Tell Gary to come up. We gotta have Gary. Roger! Roger! Hey Gary, this is worth the wait.
Gary, Roger and Bill. Tommy said.
One hand on each one. Okay. Photo op, everyone look. Look at Don, it's time to write a good story. Okay, everyone grab a shovelful. Hey. Picture on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.